and then you should have about 11 to 13 people over in Hudson listening to you. Because what they're doing is they're taking a lunch break at 12, and then we have lunch provided up there. So then what they do is they just sit and lunch and they watch the presentation in the classroom up there.
Okay. I was going to say, if I'm going to see the majority of people, I guess I could just do it there, kind of like we planned.
Yeah,
have to swoop into both locations.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially if I'm on video.
Yep.
Maverick just wants to make the most of me coming up here.
I totally get it.
So, I try to be a good steward. Do you still see Brad, the guy who used to be with
Warner? No, he's with Schneider.
Yeah, I saw him down there in Springfield.
Oh, you did?
I saw him wearing a Schneider shirt. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I haven't seen him since he left Warner.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was wondering if he like kind of held the same area or if they put him in a different area.
I think they put him in a different area.
A little further south.
Move forward.
I always liked him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
And then follow instructions, the truck stop straight. It does not move to the left or to the right. Stop
The other guy that has Chicago.
Brake pedal is
Mhm.
Okay, so first you want to release both brakes.
So we're doing a recruiter presentation. Peggy,
Move forward.
we're doing a recruiter presentation.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. All right, David. So you are good to go.
Okay.
Just there's your camera right there.
Alright, stand over here in this area.
If you could just like stand here, so then we can make sure that they hear you.
Okay.
And then, let them know that.
Text me. I'll pass you guys a student magazine real quick. You're welcome. You're welcome. I'll also give you guys a pen. You're welcome. Sweet. Yeah, it's a little stylus. Yeah.
All right, you're good to go.
All right.
So they're watching right now.
Okay. Go ahead and start real quick. Go right into the tablet. Do you guys want a paper application? Anybody right off the bat? Haven't heard me yet, but you never know. Yeah, you're welcome. Did you want one?
No, thanks.
Good. Okay. So I'll just go ahead and start. I got to stand over here. So basically, I have a tablet computer, touch screen here. Basically, what this is so my boss knows that I came in here, talk to you guys, talk to people here today. Just put in, it's touch screen. You can use the stylus on the back of the pen. Just click the box that says last name, type in your last name, first name, social. Do not put your social security number on the tablet. And then date of birth, 2 digits like 0202, and then 19 for me, 84. Address, city, state, zip code, primary phone, or email. That's how Maverick's going to contact you guys. And then phone number, email, contact method. Do you want us to call you? Do you want us to email you? Just click on that. And then do you authorize Maverick Transportation to contact you? Yes or no. Save button at the bottom will save your information right here. Sends it off to Maverick, and then we call you the one time or we email you the one time. So just go ahead and start right here. There you go. So first things first, you guys have one of these student magazines here in class here. Basically on the first page it says $65,000 first year average. That is for the glass division. That's also for the flatbed divisions. So basically glass and flatbed is the only thing that we hire up here in Minneapolis area, also in Hudson, Wisconsin. Glass division is hauling large commercial sheets of glass. Flatbed division is going to be building materials and steel. That's what we haul. So anyways, The orientation for that division, well, let me tell you where you're going to drive the truck. Glass division is all 48 states and all of Canada. Flatbed division is just all 48 states. So with that said, the glass division, you have to get a passport or a pass card if you're wanting to do the glass division because you do go up into Canada. The out time is going to be 12 days away from home, and then you're home for 2 days, 2 to 3 days, and then you're out 12 days away from home. 12 days means Monday through Friday. Saturday, Sunday, Monday through Friday, you're gone basically. So basically 2 weeks and then you're home for a weekend. 2 weeks and then you're home for a weekend. So just so you understand what I mean by 12 days out. You're spending the first weekend at a truck stop, and then the second weekend you're at your house. So flatbed division is the same, except flatbed division sometimes does 3 weeks out. So you'll do 2 weeks out typically. Sometimes you do a third week out. It's 2 to 3 days off whenever you do come home. So just so you know that. 65,000 is your first year average annual income, which puts your paycheck about $12.50 per week on average, about $12.50. I'll go ahead and if you turn to the second to the last page in the student magazine, and I'll tell you guys over the camera here. Orientation pays you $600. Orientation starts every single Sunday at Maverick. It lasts until Thursday. Sunday through Thursday is orientation. Payday is Friday. We do hold back your first paycheck. So you're not paid the first Friday that you're there. You're paid the second Friday. Your training pay is what you roll in right after orientation. But I'll go ahead and address some things of how you get down there, your hotel, that sort of thing. So how you get down there will be a bus ticket or the price of a bus ticket to get down to Little Rock, Arkansas for you guys. And then a $50 prepaid card is given to you on the first day of orientation. Saturday, you guys will get down there Saturday night. Sunday morning, we're going to give you a $50 MasterCard, which basically is for dinner. Maverick provides breakfast and lunch every day while you're down there in Little Rock, Arkansas, so don't worry about breakfast, don't worry about lunch. Dinner is the reason why we give you the $50, basically, so you have spending money whenever you're down there. So your hotel is provided, breakfast and lunch is provided, and your travel, more importantly, is also provided to Little Rock, Arkansas. Training pay after orientation. Training is going to be about 5 weeks long. Orientation is 1 week long, making 6 paychecks of $600 each Friday. So the first 6 paychecks you receive from Maverick will be $600 straight salary, which is orientation and training. And then after that, you get an $800 graduation pay. You get $400 when you get your truck. You get another $400 when you pick up and deliver your first load with your truck. And then after the $800 on top of the last $600 paycheck, then it's a $1,000 weekly minimum guarantee. You never make less than a $1,000 paycheck as long as you work at the company. So that's the guaranteed weekly amount that the least you would make at this job would be $52,000. $65,000 is what an average person makes here their first year. So just so you kind of understand what I'm telling you there. If you want to see it, it's on the first page of the student magazine. Whenever you turn right here, 5th bullet point down, $1,000 weekly guarantee pay. So even on a bad week, to where you're having a lot of bad luck, you I don't know, take forever to get loaded, take forever to get unloaded, your truck breaks down, you end up in bad traffic, blizzards, snow conditions, unable to drive the truck, all that sort of stuff in a week, you're still guaranteed a $1,000 paycheck. So that's definitely the takeaway, especially for you guys as a student. And then we do offer full tuition reimbursement. Are any of you guys paying out of pocket for the school here? Anybody? Yes. So basically how this works, if you turn back to that second to the last page in the student magazine, Maverick will pay you an extra $150 every second Friday's paycheck until you receive back all of your money. So basically, you get back $150 this month, you get back $150 next month, $150 until it equals up to the $4,000, $5,000, whatever you guys are paying here for the schools, $6,000, not sure. But you'll get back all of your money, and there's no contracts to sign on that. As long as you work here, you get the money. If you quit the job, then the money is going to stop. It's not full tuition reimbursement if you quit. So, but as long as you work here, you will get back all of your money. So, GI Bill, any prior military guys in here? No? Skip over that. Yes?
Reserve.
Reserve. If you put into the Montgomery GI Bill, basically you're able to access your VA benefits, just like it says here on the second to last page. for on-the-job training. Do you not have that, sir? We do offer this, though. If you turn to the first page, one page over, we have a military vet truck, just so you can kind of see that. But more importantly, we recognize your military service. It'll say military veteran, and then it'll have whatever branch of service you were in the reserve. So, Army, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Yeah, and it'll say military veteran, Army underneath that, or National Guard, or whatever branch it was. Excuse me. And then let's see. I'll scroll back to that second to the last page with you guys to keep things in order here. So starting pay after your $800 graduation pay is basically 52 or 53 cents per mile is the base pay. You get a 2-cent introductory rate of what's called the pay for performance bonus. The 2 pennies automatically goes on your pay the first 3 months that you work for us, or it could be up to 5.5 months, depending on when you start with Maverick. So if you started like 15 days after the quarter had just started, then you have to gather up 3 months of data plus another 2.5 months basically to get your full pay for performance bonus. The full bonus pays 6 pennies on top of 52 and 6 pennies on top of 53, which is your base pay. For the glass division is 53 cents per mile. Flatbed division is 52 cents per mile. So if you put 6 cents on 52, 58, you put 6 cents on 53, 59 cents per mile. So that's kind of what the pay is there. If you are getting the full pay for performance bonus, it's based off of miles per day, miles per gallon, idle percentage, picking up loads on time, delivering loads on time. Idle percentage is basically turning off your truck every chance you get whenever you're like sitting at a truck stop overnight and you're going to sleep in the back. Turn off your truck. Maverick has 4 batteries. It's called an EPU. It powers the air conditioner, the heater, and the power inverter. So whenever you're shut down, at a truck stop, you hop in the back. The battery's charged while you drove the truck earlier that day. Whenever you hop in the back, that's when you're using the batteries that basically were charging while you were driving. So you do not have to idle the truck with us. So pretty nice that Maverick provides that. Trust me on that. From past experiences of me working here. I've been at Maverick 11 years. I was a driver for 8 years. So we didn't have the EPUs 11 years ago in the 2008 Freightliner Columbias. I just brought a really good sleeping bag in the wintertime. And so, because I wanted my bonus, you know what I mean? So, and you guys will too. Why would you want to get paid less to do the same job, when you can earn a bonus and make more money? I mean, it's kind of common sense. So, but anyways, how you get your pay raises, you get one at 6 months. You get a 2-cent increase on top of the base pay of the 52 or the 53. The 6 pennies is always your full pay for performance bonus. 5 pennies, 4 pennies, 3 pennies, 2 pennies, 1 penny is what you can make if you mess up. You know what I mean? You deliver loads late, you pick up loads late. Like I said, you idle the truck at night. You end up in Nebraska. You were supposed to be in Minneapolis. Stuff like that. You're not doing your job right. Or you just have an accident. You tear up the front end of your truck on a yellow pole or another truck at a truck stop. It happens. So, but your 6 pennies will be messed with. It will go to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. If it goes to 0, you're still guaranteed the 52 for flatbed division and the 53 cents per mile for the glass division, which is still higher than what most companies pay you. Our base pay is higher than what most companies pay you. And then we put the 6 pennies on top of the base pay. So do your research. If there's a company that's paying more than 59 cents per mile starting pay for you guys, that's probably the company you want to work for. If your average miles, this is another key of how you get paid, is between 23 and 2,600 miles per week. So definitely understand that. Because cents per mile doesn't mean a whole lot if you're only running 1,000 miles per week. So just so you understand kind of what I'm getting at here. And then you get another 2-cent increase at 6 months later, so at 1 year driving experience. And then you get yearly cents per mile increases over the next 5 years that you continue to work for Maverick. Per diem, do you guys know what per diem is? Nobody? Okay, per diem is $66 per day that you do not have to pay tax on. Monday, $66 for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So take 66 times that by 5. It's $330, I believe. is not taxed of your income from Monday through Friday. $330 of your $1,300 paycheck, $1,250, whatever it's going to be that week on average. So, and then I'll talk a little bit about trucks with you guys. If you want to see what page it's on, if you want to follow along, you can, because it's easier for you to kind of see what I'm talking about instead of just me talking up here and forgetting. We have collision safety system with active braking. Basically, it's a black box on the front of the truck and the bumper, and basically that bumper shoots out radar. The little black box does. It can see the vehicle in front of you. A lot of newer cars do this nowadays. Also, it's active cruise control. So if a car in front of you is going 60, you have your cruise control set to 65. Your truck, I should say, will go 60 even though you have the cruise set at 65 miles an hour. So it's pretty cool. It does have active braking, like you guys can see in the brochure there. Active braking means it's going to apply the brake if you get too close to that vehicle in front of you. So, thank you, sir. And we also have a forward-facing camera. The forward-facing camera only triggers forward-facing, not looking at you. That's rearward-facing. Basically, it only triggers whenever you have a hard brake, a hard jerk of the steering wheel, or you have some sort of impact on the front bumper. So basically, it will record whatever happened in front of you. So it's called a forward-facing camera. A rearward-facing camera, a lot of companies are doing this also, guys, just so you know. Basically, what it does is it watches you if you have a hard brake, a hard jerk of the wheel, or a pressure impact. Maverick doesn't have a camera on the driver, so just want to tell you that. Automatic transmissions, all of our trucks are 100% automatic. The oldest truck in our fleet would be about 3, maybe 4 years old, somewhere in that neighborhood. The truck you would receive would be either a brand spanking new truck or a 2019, 2018, 2017, or a 2016 Freightliner Cascadia. Maybe a 2015 if they still have a few around. So just so you understand that, because I'm not in Little Rock, obviously. I don't know if they have any 15s left or 14s, that sort of thing. So, and then any questions so far? How do you guys? Anything at all? And
so if you were assigned to an older vehicle, would it still have these features in it?
Yes, all of our trucks have the forward-facing camera. All of our trucks have the everything in here. Yes, is going to be exactly the same. Yep. Now the newer trucks are just going to have the updated technology to those systems. So like a 2020 is going to obviously have the upgrades and stuff to it. So, question? Go ahead.
And then if you had the older truck assigned initially, would there be an upgrade at some point when that?
Yes, when you retire a truck at Maverick, you get a brand new truck. My first truck was a 2008 Freightliner Columbia. My second truck was a 2011 Freightliner Cascadia I received in 2010. And then my 2015 I received in 2014. So, yes, you do get a brand new truck when you retire a truck. So, if your first truck is like, you keep it for 6 months or something like that, and then you get rid of it, you might not get a brand spanking new 2020. Just want to tell you, you might not. But from me working here, I always got a brand new truck. That's what I'll tell you my experience was, okay? It's because I don't want to make up something, you know what I mean? So, let's see. Any other questions? Anything? Yes?
What is, I know some of them have a required distance for you to live. Based on where you pick up your load.
Right, right.
So where would you normally pick up?
With us, which division are you thinking about working for? Because we have the flatbed and the glass division, 2 separate divisions. Either one? Okay, I'll tell you both. So glass division, also for you guys in Hudson, glass division would be out of basically Owatonna, Minnesota. You guys know where that is? You guys here in the room. And then flatbed division, you're going to load a lot of shingles, because I was a flatbedder. I've loaded up here many times. We load a lot of shingles out of Owens Corning over there in, what is that, Shakopee. You guys know where that is here? Yeah, Shakopee. Yep. Loaded there many times. You'll load a lot of shingles out of that place, roofing shingles. So.
Is there a distance?
Distance that you're going to go?
No, like that you're required to be within?
Yes. If you live on the, how can I say this? You live on the western side of Minneapolis, Maverick may or may not hire you. If you live over here, this part of Minnesota, this part of St. Paul, definitely within the hiring area. But if you live west of here too far, then you're outside of the hiring area. And you can go to the website, you can type in your little suburb that you live in, your city, and see if it's within the hiring area, and then you can still fill out an application. It'll be worthwhile. And then Maverick can say yay or nay on, yeah, you're 20 miles outside of the blue area, which is the shaded area for the hiring area, and then they can make the decision from there. If your heart's set on Maverick already, do everything you need to do, like filling out the application and everything. It's not going to hurt. Just a little bit of time out of your day. And then basically we can see if we're willing to work with you on that.
So, I guess mainly it's 20 miles.
It's really not a distance. I think 20 up to 50, I think, is about what it just depends on the need for Maverick. You know, basically in recruiting, what they're able to kind of go outside of the norm there. So I think I just got a question. Savage in the hiring area. I'm not sure if Savage is in the hiring area. Not sure where that's at. Is it west of here? Pretty far?
It's probably 5 miles from Shakopee.
5 miles from. I would.
Next suburb from Shakopee.
I would say it could be because, but do you know if it's west of Shakopee?
It's west of 35W or 35.
It is west, about 5 miles. A mile. I would say you're probably good. If it's only a mile west of I-35, then you'd probably be good. I just got a question on the phone here. So.
How about for out of state?
Out
Live out of state and still work for Maverick?
Yeah, depends on what state you're talking. What state are you talking about?
Kansas?
Kansas. What part of Kansas? See, the hiring area is basically I-35, and it goes all the way down to Laredo, Texas, from up here in Minneapolis. So now we do hire for glass division a lot further, like all the way over to Manhattan, Kansas, and places like that. You know, Grand Junction. Yeah. So where are you planning on in Kansas?
Just north of Wichita?
North of Wichita.
Probably 20 miles.
And that would probably be like maybe 5 to 10 miles west of I-35, middle of nowhere. Is that what you're talking? That would be one of those, what he just asked. Filling out the application, letting us see exactly where that's at, because it is going to be technically out of the blue shaded area, which is our hiring area, but you could still get your foot in the door and basically get hired on if they're willing to work outside of that blue shaded area. So, and we do. I will let you know we do. My boss has even told me that we do. So, especially for a good candidate. So, any other? Yes.
You park the truck at your home or at
Yes,
your
you
yard?
park the truck at your house because we don't have a terminal around here. You work 100% from your truck. You're going to have a tablet inside of your truck. I'm coming over here to get the tablet, guys, for those of you in Hudson. And basically, you work 100% from the truck, from this tablet right here. It's going to have your GPS truck navigation, your main form of communication, which is us communicating with you on where you're picking up your load, where you're delivering your load, the address, city, state, you know, benefits that are changing, just anything we need to communicate with you guys on, it's all done from the tablet. Any communication you need to communicate with us is also done from the tablet. You can undock the tablet from your truck, basically edit your logbook. Your logbook's on the tablet also, electronic logbooks. So that's kind of how it works. Very last page, I just want to show you. I don't know if you guys can see it on the resolution here on the screen, but yes, you do take your truck home with you during your home time. So I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but there's frequently asked questions in the back of the brochure. Next time I'm in Hudson, I'll leave a stack of these on the back table there. So, but yeah, you work 100% from your truck. Great question. Because if we didn't have a terminal around here, you'd be basically like, where do I park a truck? How do I work for you guys? You work 100% from your truck. If you guys have more questions down in Hudson, just text more answers to me, or more questions to me, and I'll try to answer them for you guys, okay? So I'll continue to roll on here. Anybody can ride in the truck as long as the person's 13 years or older. Anybody can ride in the truck. Doesn't matter if it's your girlfriend or your wife or your kid, whoever. We do not allow animals, though. We do not charge you extra if you do want to bring a rider with you. But 365 days out of the year, you're able to bring somebody if you do want a person to come with you. Medical benefits is through United Healthcare. For yourself, it's $45 for a single person. It's $127.50 for a whole family, or it's $109 for just you and a spouse, or $109 for you and children only. So deductible is $600 per person. Coverage is 80/20 in network and 60/40 out of network. After $2,000 out of pocket, 100% coverage is what you get after that. And then Delta Dental, we also have that. We also have VSP, which is your voluntary vision. 401k does match you 50% up to $1,500 for the year. If you put in $3,000 of your own money, Maverick will match you $1,500 of its money. So pretty good deal there for retirement. And then company paid life insurance is $30,000. Let's see if we get any questions here. $30,000. Okay, cool, awesome. So I'm on the very last page. Frequently asked questions. Thank you. And then training is going to be approximately 6 weeks. I said that earlier, but I'm just kind of restating that so you understand how long you're going to be in training. Training and orientation is a $600 straight salary. Second to the last page, whenever you look at basically the student magazine, $600 for orientation, $600 for training. $800 graduation pay is at the end of that training, which is going to help boost you up financially, which we know you're going to need that. That's why you're probably getting into trucking, looking for better money, looking for a good career like trucking provides. $65,000 is your starting pay. Then it jumps up to around the 70, 72, 75, 80, or however far you want to go with it. I will tell you, and I know I'm on camera here, okay? I know this is probably going to be in recording. The highest earner at Maverick Transportation was a temperature control driver. He made $107,000. 107. The glass division, $105,000. A flatbedder at Maverick made $103,000. 103. 6 figures for all 3 divisions. The highest earners, the MVPs of Maverick, basically, when it comes to money. Let me see what this text says. The card, basically, there's no fuel card. I got a question from Hudson. There's no fuel card. Basically, it's an open account. Whenever you show up to the fuel island, Pilot, Flying J, or Loves, basically what happens, you enter in your DOT number, your truck number, your license plate number, all that sort of stuff. And then from that point on, you put the fuel in your truck. Maverick buys the fuel bulk, like millions of gallons at a time. When you show up to the fuel island, you're going to purchase the fuel Maverick has already paid for. And then basically you put in your DEF, which is diesel exhaust fluid, and then you're able to go inside, get a cash advance up to $250 every single week, which is you not having to pay for ATM fees and stuff like that. You're able to get cash money from the register. It's coming off of your paycheck. Remember that. So when your next paycheck is $250 light, remember, oh, that's right, because it happened to me one time. I was like, why is my paycheck $250 less than what it should be? Because I always added up my TARP pay, my breakdown pay, my cents per mile pay for the week, how many miles I drove that week, all that sort of stuff. I always kept track of it. I didn't need to all the time because Maverick's pay was always on point. It was always where it's supposed to be. But I always did that just for peace of mind because my dad taught me to do that. Know what you're working for, So anyways, you can also get additives like, anti-gel, additive, all that sort of stuff in the wintertime. If you know anything about diesel engines, the diesel fuel will gel in like extreme temperatures like -20 or anything below -20. And that fuel is going to gel, and then you go to start your truck that next Monday. It's been sitting all weekend in the cold. It ain't going to start. You're in trouble. So anyway, that's what that is. See if we got any more questions coming through. But that is how the fuel works. Pilot, Flying J, and Loves, and there's some other fueling locations, but those are the big ones. As you guys know, Pilot, Loves, and Flying J, they're like the biggest truck stops, trucking network for truck stops. So, and then make sure I'm covering all my bases here. And then you do get assigned equipment. No one else will ever drive your truck as long as you're seated in your truck. No one else ever hops in that truck. So as long as you have the key to it. So that's a big thing for me. And then vacation is 1 week after 1 year, 2 weeks after 2 years, 3 weeks after 5 years, 4 weeks paid vacation when you hit 10 years. Each week of vacation is based off your 52-week average. So as you earn more and more money, which you will, because you're given pay increases all the way up to 5 years, you continue to earn more and more money whenever you take a week's paid vacation. So 52 weeks is a year. So Christmas and Thanksgiving, you're guaranteed home on Christmas and Thanksgiving. You'll never miss a Christmas. You'll never miss a Thanksgiving. That's the awesome part about this company is you don't have to ask for those days off, which is what I would certainly ask for if I didn't work for a company that gave us the time off. You know what I mean? If I worked for a company that was like, we just run you all year long, you have to ask for that time off. I probably wouldn't appreciate that too much, always having to ask for those days off, because to me, that's a given. That's what me and my family always celebrate. And then you can take hourly increments or weekly increments of vacation. You don't have to just take like a week every time you take a week's paid vacation. You can take like 2 days, 16 hours of vacation, however you want to work it. So, and then you do take the truck home, like I said before. Trucks are governed at 65 miles an hour, so the truck you get with us is 65 on the cruise. If you push it to the floor for passing speed, Maverick gives you 70 miles an hour up to 30 minutes in a day. So 30 minutes in a day, you can do 70, which allows you just to pass the truck that you're next to. So you're not holding up the whole interstate and everybody behind you is saying lovely words about you as you're trying to slowly pass that truck because you're governed and he's governed. You know what I mean? And you're just like, man, trust me, that will be an issue for you. RSU. Text me what RSU means. RSU offered. Any of you guys know what RSU is? RSU offered? I don't know. Text me that. So I'll get back to his question. I'm just not sure what RSU is. RSU, maybe it's regional. So anyway, let's see. And then endorsements, you don't need any extra endorsements. You don't need hazmat, doubles, triples, anything like that. So don't ever worry about getting the extra stuff that you have to get on your CDL. If you know you're coming with a company like us, if you're not really sure where you're going to work as of yet, I, David, would tell you to get your hazmat, get your doubles, get your triples, get your tanker, because it makes you more hireable to other companies, not just certain few. You know what I mean? So tolls are all paid for, and the way station bypass, you're also able to bypass the way stations. You know what I mean? So if you want to bypass a way station, you get the green light, you're able to just continue on. You don't even have to pull in. If you get the red light, then you do have to pull in. You have to. That means the way station is actually telling you, oh, stocks, okay. No, we're a privately held company. You can't invest in Maverick. Now, like your 401k, you can choose where you want to invest your 401k, that sort of thing. But no, you can't invest into Maverick. Maverick is a privately held company. So just to answer your question there. And then let's see, any other questions? Anything else you guys can think of? Anything at all, Hudson? Anything? Just text me through the phone. My number, yes.
Any sign-on bonuses?
Sign-on bonus is only for experienced drivers. For an experienced driver, would be $5,000. They get $1,000 for the first, 5 months that they work for us. So they get $1,000 every month they work for us up to the 5 months. So
How about referral bonus?
referral, we do have a referral bonus. So if you refer a driver, it could be $1,000 or $2,000 depending on their experience level. So that you get paid. Yep, yes sir. I wish recruiting handed out a bonus like that. I'd be pulling up in an Escalade. Yes.
How about you say it could take up to 6 weeks?
6 weeks.
For the training.
Yes, orientation is going to be 1 week. Hands-on load securement is going to be your 2nd week in Little Rock, Arkansas. And then the next 3 to 4 weeks is spent left seat, right seat with the driver instructor, actually driving the truck. Him sitting in the passenger seat, you sitting in the driver's seat. So, yep.
So optimistically, let's say everything went really well, you clicking all the boxes.
5 weeks
5
total
weeks.
with orientation. If you're spot on, you're really good at the skills, you're really good at the pre-trip already here, and you're just kind of a natural at driving a truck and learning. It's not broke, cracked, leaking, man-made welds, which I'm sure you guys are all learning here. You guys probably the same thing. Then basically, yeah, 5 weeks was what it would be of 600, and then you still get the $800, but it'll be on top of your 5th paycheck instead of your 6th paycheck of the $800. And then the $1,000 weekly guarantee. Like I said before, the website is you guys all have a brochure also down at the other location is drivemaverick.com. You can apply there. For the guys here, you guys have a paper application, but if you want to fill it out online also here, just go to drivemaverick.com, fill out your application, just click apply now, and it takes us about a week to process your guys' application. We check motor vehicle report, background, and we also check, what did I say, motor vehicle background and job history. So we check 3 things. Only go back 3 years on job history. Yes?
And you only hire it after you've gotten your CDL?
Yes, we can only hire you after you get your CDL. Yes. So have to get your CDL. You can apply now. What I'm saying is you can apply now without a CDL, and that basically allows us to approve you. And then you already know, dang, the best company that is my plan A company, if it's us, you know what I'm saying, is willing to hire me. I can't believe it. I need to study harder for this CDL. You know. So yeah, but once you get your CDL, bam, you're in the door with us. We're providing you that bus ticket. You hop on Greyhound, ride it down to Little Rock, Arkansas, and then basically start your next adventure in life. You know, making, for me, it was a lot better money than where I started from, which is a warehouse job, and then before that it was the Marine Corps. So a Marine Corps provides everything for you, but then the salary is low. So they provide your housing, they provide the chow hall where you eat, everything you need basically, and then they pay you, you know, like 25,000, you know, 20,000. So it wasn't bad. I enjoyed serving. But any other questions? Anything else? And if you have any other questions, guys, text me and I'll try to answer it to the best ability that I can.
So you need a passport if you're doing glass?
Yes, passport. He asked about glass division. Passport, pass card. You need one or the other to do the glass division.
Quick card?
TWIC card, you'll get that later, even with flatbed. I have a TWIC card. Yep. So you'll have to get that. That's just a transportation workers identification card. That allows you into ports, is what that does. So you can go to like the port of New Orleans, and you can pick up freight down there whenever you're in the area down there, or any other port. There's even inland ports like Catoosa, Oklahoma. You have to have a TWIC card to get in there. You know, which is up there by Tulsa, Oklahoma. You wouldn't think there would be a port in Tulsa, Oklahoma, but there is. So, any other questions? Anything else?
Rural West Coast.
West Glass Division does, but it's not going to be all the time. Are you planning on moving to the West Coast?
I'm planning on moving south,
So,
Georgia.
Georgia?
And I'd like to do like reefer, but I want to stay out of the East Coast.
Stay out of the East Coast. If you move down to the Georgia area with Temperature Control Division, you're pretty much you're gonna go up to the northeast. Excuse me, the northeast with us. Yeah. So I just want to tell you, shoot you straight here. Any other questions? But we do have reefer, as you can see there.
Yeah,
So,
I see that, but
you know the Northeast. You've been up there before.
South is to get away from the snow and the ice.
Yeah, yeah. And the Northeast is not a fun place to drive a truck, as you know. That's probably why you said that, right? Any other questions? Do you want a brochure? Right here? Yeah, there you go. And then I'll check this phone, make sure no other questions popped up. Uh-oh, asking for a passcode.
Wait, I thought just flatbed?
Flatbed glass, and if you live south of here, like she was asking, you can do temperature control division. Yeah.
Where's the company?
Little Rock, Arkansas is where our corporate headquarters is. I'll give you a tablet too. It's just locked in. There you go. Give you a pen. There you go. And you can use this on the touch screen. Stylish.
What?
Just so we can contact you. First name, last name, and then 2 digits for the month, the day, and then 4 for the year, like 19, whatever year. Don't put your social, address, city, state, zip code, primary phone, or email. And then you click how you want us to contact you here. Do you authorize us to contact you? If it works, yes or no. Military service, yes or no, and then save. So pretty simple. And I'll give you a paper app. Do you want a paper application?
No, just give me the card because I don't know.
Okay.
And, you know, I
Okay.
just come and I don't know how
Yeah.
to.
Right.
No. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions, guys? Anything else? Kind of wondering about? Pretty much covered everything, didn't it?
So, do you roll on the West Coast at all?
We do. We have a boat division. We have the glass division, temperature control, flatbed. I was in flatbed for 8 years. I never made it that far west to California. The farthest west I ever made it, which was north of there, was Oregon. I picked up onions out of, I don't remember the town, a small town in Oregon over there by Boise, Idaho, just across the border. But yeah, I picked up there. That was the farthest west I ever went with Maverick. So.
Do you ever have in Georgia?
No, we do not.
Florida?
No, not in Florida. Yeah, very, very rarely do we go to Florida. I've been to Miami, Florida once. I've been to Florida probably with Maverick in 8 years, maybe 3 or 4 times, something like that. So, any other questions? Anything else you guys can think of?
How much you guys paid for the starter new driver?
New driver is the very first page. Turn the very first. There you go. First bullet point, right there at the bottom. Yep. 65,000 is glass division and 65,000 is flatbed division. First year average as a student.
Okay.
Yep. Any other questions, guys? All right. I appreciate it. Thanks a lot for your time, guys. Have a good one. Study your test. It's a good job. Trucking's a pretty good job. So pays very well. That's why I stayed with it as long as I have. So kind of a living example of it. And does anybody want my card? I'm running a little low on them.
So, but what's the main graduation here? Pay?
Graduation pay is after orientation and all of training. You get $800 on top of the last $600.
How many weeks of orientation?
David Jeffries, here.
How many weeks orientation?
I'm not running that low. I just didn't want to hand it to you if you didn't, you weren't interested at all. So.
How many weeks orientation?
Orientation is 1 week, and then training's going to be 5 weeks.
1 week, 2 weeks, 6 weeks total?
6 weeks total, yes sir, on average. 5 weeks if you're just knocking it out of the park, learning everything super fast.
Just driving, right?
Just driving, yep.
What's the graduation pay? What's that 800 for graduation?
The 800 is when you finish orientation, and then the 5 weeks of training, you get basically an $800 paycheck to help you out financially, because it was $600 during orientation, $600 during training each week. So it's just kind of a graduation, here you go, congratulations pay. Yeah. So. Any other? It's to help you transition into your truck is what it's really for.
So then after that 800, then you're guaranteed the 1,000.
Yes, guaranteed the 1,000. That's after you go solo driving your own truck for us. You're guaranteed the $1,000 paycheck. Yep. And you can fill out an app on your phone. You can just type in maverickusa.com or drivemaverick.com, and you can fill it out right here. It's pretty easy. We even have the mobile, for the mobile internet. Any other questions?
I don't think so.
All right. I appreciate your time, guys. I know you just walked in. So kind of blindsided.
Yeah, I was practicing outside.
Yes. Have a good one, guys. Thank you.
Yes, I do have a question that's kind of offline as far as the Kansas area goes. What would that entail as far as you need to talk to somebody else?
When you put in your stuff, did you put in here?
Just here, because we haven't moved it
Okay. Yeah, I was waiting for you to recruiting, because we're going to call your email from the tablet. But
This
you're
is
gonna go,
driving.
let them know when about you're gonna
No,
use it. 3 months from now, a month from now, you know, just give them a time frame.
Probably you
Let them know
cannot
the city, say, is it gonna be worthwhile to me as an
I'm gonna
employee
take
that's
off before
trying to
rush
work
hour.
for you guys if I move here? You know, is it gonna be an option? And then they can straight
If
up.
I get in rush hour, stop.
Basically, like, they'll pull it up on the map, see maybe that it's like I was thinking 10 miles, 15 miles outside of that blue shaded area, and then they can go, okay, I'll get that straight north of Wichita, 35 diagonals like this. Yeah, let's let it in. Hopefully. Or it could go the other way. That's too far, we don't want to risk it.
So in the winter, you're gonna be driving in
But
the
yeah,
snow and ice.
so either way, they'll be the ones that will let you know. So, and you have my card. So, if you wanna give them a shout, it might be our hold, that's why we use the tablet, but the 844, you can call them, and, just get like a straight answer before you even fill out
Reed
that.
is a very good company.
And see what they tell you.
East Coast too, I know.
Moving to Kansas.
And that would be what division?
Flatbed or glass.
Well, either one.
Yeah, flatbed or glass, yeah. Now glass, I'm guessing, you would probably have a better chance of them
Yes,
taking
but
it.
it's more money.
So flatbed, I know is right there. So,
Oh, really?
yeah,
Is
It's
everything
good, it's
east of
good.
35?
everything is east of 35. Yeah. So you're gonna be like me, I live in Kansas City. The line unit, the regional Midwest division is right there on Kansas City. It is.
No.
Yeah, so I was right there on the highway.
What company?
I'm
I'm
gonna
probably
my apple.
a good, I don't know, 20, 30 miles in the lines, but, you know, I'm right
Okay,
there.
see you tomorrow, guys.
I mean, where you're
Have to
gonna
go.
be like 10 minutes, 20 minutes, something like that outside.
So, pretty, or this is okay?
Good.
So then you would still tour 40, up to 48 states
Yes.
regardless.
Oh, yeah. But the majority of them straight is east of 35. Everything east of 35. That's, like I was telling you, I've been to New Mexico, I've been to Montana, I've been to Colorado a bunch of times.
Stop.
Well, that's
Stop.
what you're on, you just need to be flexible.
You gotta be flexible. Yep, that's right. Like,
Stop straight.
kind of whatever your Monday to Friday is gonna be is what that company is sending out, where the company sends the truck. You gotta be super flexible. You know,
Pedal is
just kind of
firm.
roll with
Not
wherever they're sending you, whether it's Houston or Colorado, you know, if you're gonna live on the western edge like me, Colorado, New Mexico,
Parking brakes.
West Texas, you know, it's just gonna be wherever. Or sometimes you'll get thrown to the East Coast somewhere, you know, like Georgia, Atlanta, things like that, because I've been there too, so.
So what are the odds that after you get
First you wanna release both brakes.
so and you're fairly low time,
Not bad.
you'd be driving this cycle?
See you guys.
See, living where you live, you're pretty much, you're not gonna go to the East Coast a whole lot, but you will go to the East Coast. You'll go, but it's not gonna be a whole lot. The majority of your driving is gonna be Oklahoma,
Stop straight.
Missouri, Kansas,
Not to
Nebraska,
the left or the right.
you know, up here, obviously,
Not move to the
Chicago, yeah, Indiana, Ohio, you know, just kind of this area, Tennessee, Kentucky, Mississippi, Arkansas, Louisiana, that's basically where
Right.
you'll operate
And
from, the
then
majority,
it's firm.
if that's kind of what
Right.
your
It's hard.
question.
Pedal.
So, yeah.
Foot pedal. It's hard.
But you will
Yeah,
end
but
up
it's-
in Pennsylvania.
So it's a
You'll end up taking a load that goes way outside of your home, and then you deliver it, and then you have to reload in that area to come back over from this area. Yeah, it happens all the time.
New York City, possibility too?
Possibility with those two divisions, yes, we pay you extra to go to New York City, $200.
I need that all. Studying all these.
Any other questions?
I've got your number, so.
You got my number, my number is on the front, right here, 816. You wanna email me, just shoot me an email, tjeffries@USA.com.
Good.
Señora,
Do you want a brochure?
señoritas,
Did you want a brochure? Sure.
I'm not a lady.
Do you want us to call you?
You
know,
I've listened to your program. Yeah, before. You have
Oh, you have, okay.
15.
Okay.
Cold for a young girl.
Is it for when not?
Young girl.
That's a lot. Señorita.
I know that's stressful.
Is Mr.
So,
Senior
I already have
sister,
the
and your
CDL.
senior sister,
Señor, señor.
senior means
No,
friend.
just Class A CDL. You look at job history, you go back 3 years in job history, you have to have
Thanks, friend.
1 full year within the last 3 years.
That would, one full year what?
Within the last 3 years working somewhere. So just stability of 1 year within the last 3. Yeah.
Doesn't have to be everything.
No, not at all. It could be working at a restaurant or something. Yeah. Yep. Just stability of a year within the last 3.
Is that on the app that I can fill out?
Yes, the app, whether you do it on here or you do it online, they're going to ask you your job history. I'm going to show you real
But then 2 years or whatever it is.
quick. Yeah, and you'll be perfectly fine for sure. So work, dates from, how long, all that sort of stuff, DOT physical. It wasn't a driving job, so basically that's it. Last 3 years. In orientation. Yep, you'll do that on Monday. Sunday's the first day of orientation. Monday is when you do the DOT physical, the abilities test. You have to bend down, touch the floor, come up without falling down. Hold up a weighted box, just like this, pretty easy. Let's see. And then I'll feel on your back, make sure your back is good. Feel on your knees, make sure your knees are good, all that sort of good stuff. Just to make sure you're not injured whenever you show up. So, and then after that, yep, you make it past Monday, pretty much got the job. You also do a hair follow-up. It goes back about 3 or 4 months. So yeah, just inch and a half's all we need. Okay, inch and a half. And then from that point on, you're pretty much got the job after that. And then Thursday is your hire day. And then Friday, roll you straight into the load secure into the building. Show you a picture of it real quick. You'll roll into this building here to do your load secure. So you can see the bay doors here, but we have a bunch of empty trailers in here. And then you just practice the different types of load securement, whether it's glass or flatbed. So, and then after your second week in Moorock, a guy dressed kind of like one of these guys, or like me, is going to come pick you up, and then it's 3 or 4 weeks with that person, left seat, right seat, driving the truck. And they will always be in the passenger seat whenever you're driving the truck, more importantly to you, because you want to be trained. You don't want to be, hey man, I got a question, and he's sleeping in the back, So, and there are bunk beds in the back of the driver trucker's truck. So this is a driver trucker's truck. This will be your truck. Right here, mid or sleeper. So let's see how this one goes up a little taller. There's 2 beds in this one. One's on top of the other. And you guys both are on the same shift. This is us the lever terminal right here. 1,700 trucks, 2,000 employees.
I see a lot of them on the road. Right here in Newton, Kansas.
Yep. Owatonna. There's another glass plant outside of Kansas City, Springville, Kansas. They load outside of there too. So, and then flatbed freight is everywhere. It's all over the state of Minnesota, Wisconsin, and everywhere around here. Kansas. There's a ton of stuff. New Century, Kansas has pipe and steel supply. Wichita has a few places.
Right down, go past Kansas City, the next area.
Yep, exactly. New Century, Kansas. Pick up and deliver there all the time.
Facility down there too now, it's, where we make custom built bodies for trucks.
Oh, okay.
Used to be B&H.
They make like the longer trucks and stuff like that. Very
Bridges
tough.
and stuff like that
Oh,
for
okay.
the truck.
Yep. So yeah, just after the 6 weeks, and then it's in your truck, and then like I told you, $1,000 even on a bad week. So it's like with the sales position, you could have a really high paycheck and then like a really low paycheck, and then like with trucking, it's consistent, a consistent good paycheck, consistent miles. The slowdown is winter, but it's not really a slowdown.
You know what I mean? Your paycheck is still right there, but summertime it picks up. That's kind of the difference there. which
Is
we're kind of
age gonna be an issue?
No, no. Jim Mankey, he's another recruiter like me. When did he hired? I think he was 60 something when he hired on with Maverick. Yeah. So I think he's what, 68 now, 67, something like that. So, but yeah. Yep.
Good to know.
Okay. Thanks. As long as you're able to do the job, that's it.
Yeah, that's a good thing, right?
Yes, sir. Good job, bud. Have a good one, guys. Thanks.